Good day to you. It's Jenny from House of Pilates, and today is day 8. And I was thinking of doing a very short clip of a very gentle mat work, just by sensing a little bit through your body and not just moving it. So sensations is the key today. So just lying on the back. Placing the feet wide, so we're going to start wide. Palms are facing up. And just notice in your body how that feels for you. So just sensing in your body how that foot position, that leg position feels for you. Notice also that we always talk about neutral, but neutral can always be different for a lot of us. So we can either soften the back, so feel like you're comfortable. That's the most important thing, is feeling comfortable in the pelvis. Then starting with some breathing, so breathing through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Feel the expansion and the release of the breath. Expanding your belly, moving the breath up into the chest, and then releasing the chest and deflating the belly. And do one more like that, just bring that awareness to that area. And then exhaling to release. Now turning the palms down, and we're going to move through the warm-up. So here we're going to breathe in just to nod your chin, and breathe out with behind. And again, so nodding, and releasing. 2 more there. And 1 more. Coming back to center, then just say no with your head, just a little no. And then start to draw a little circle on the ceiling with your nose 4 times in one direction. So nice to sense that circle in the back of the head as well. And then changing that direction as well. And then coming back to pause that. Now bringing the shoulders up into your ears, and then gliding the shoulders down, spiraling the palms up. So you want to feel the width across your chest. So that's a feeling of width, again breathing in. So you want to spread your collarbones out. Watch the ribs don't pop here, so really keep them connected. Again, breathing in. And then exhale to open. Now bringing both arms up, shoulders relaxed. Starting with your right shoulder or right arm, you're going to reach it up and drop it. And then reach the left and drop. And drop. Now both arms are going to reach and drop. 2 more there. Good, and then relax the shoulders. So nice, with the breathing, it makes you yawn quite a lot. So we're going to open out to soften the elbows. Inhale here, exhale to come up. Just sensing the breathing, feeling where you're connecting, and then coming back. Turning the palms to face the knees. Breathing and then exhale to float the arms over. Again, watch the ribs. Inhale to float up. Soften the body, soften the organs into the mat. Feel like your navel, your belly button is drawing down. It's drawing down, it's sinking to the mat. And then one more time to go over. Now circle the arms around. Palms are facing up, and then turn them down to come up. And then turn them down to come up. So the palms are facing up all the way around. When you come to the side, they turn down. And then coming back to pause it. Now reversing it, taking it down, turning the palms up. And exhale. Sorry about the and then placing the arms down. Now with the pelvis, we're going to do a little softness and releasing, just making sure that the glutes are relaxed here and you're working with the front line. So breathing in, palms up or down. Exhale to soften through the lower back. And then sense if you are letting go, so let go of the glutes. Just concentrate on what's happening on the inside. It's very soft. You're trying to connect your navel less than 20%, so let the breathing connect your tummy. It's gentle. Now exhale, soften the lower back and start to scoop the pelvis up. Take a breath in. And then soften from your chest, middle back, lower back. You might notice there's some movement as you're coming down, you can very tighten your lower back. Again, so first softening the lower back and then scooping up the spine, breathing in. And then allow everything to melt, so melting down through the chest, the organs, and releasing. 2 more like that. Just feeling comfortable through the neck. And one more time to soften, breathing in. And then exhale to release back down. Now with the arms wide, you want to try to keep your shoulders down. So just start to rock your knees side to side. Even bring the arms a bit lower. This way you're going to allow your shoulders to stay connected to the ground. Start to increase the range of motion. And as you increase the range of motion, still keeping the legs wide. Sometimes the legs, they want to close. Keep them open wide. Notice which knee is moving more than the other knee. So notice the top leg is creating a bigger rotation inwards. And as you continue going, you're going to notice how the shoulder blades are moving with that knee. So sensing how that fascia line is connected. Start to move the head side to side, so move it opposite to your knees. Take it to a range of motion where you're comfortable in. It's nice to be able to ease and work within the range that you feel at ease in. And then coming to pause that, and still with a little bit of a rock, side to side. It's such a great sensation, just that feeling of pelvis just playing on its own. And then coming back to pause that. Now just bringing the arms a bit lower, feet are going to be in line with their sit bones now. Focus a lot around your pelvis now. Keep it stable. So we're looking for stability and then we're looking for mobility through the hip joint. So palms up or down. Starting with your right side, you're going to open it out, slide the leg away, turn the knee up and drag the foot back up. So making sure that the left knee is still, the left hip is down. And again, breathing in and exhale. Just by doing this movement, you're going to be working with fascia to release the hip. So when you come back to pause, just come back to notice and sense what's changed there. My one hip has definitely moved, shifted. Now we're going to change direction of the same leg. So same right leg, we're going to turn the knee in, turn the knee out and drag the leg up. So just rotating inwards, rotating outwards. Let the foot be heavy and then come back and pause and just sense this, the one hip compared to the other. To me, my one side has lifted higher than the other. So that's really interesting to sense for a moment there. Now moving on to the other side. So keeping the right hip back, open the left knee, slide the left leg away and dragging it up. Try to keep the right knee very still. So looking for that stability once again. The mobility comes from the left side. definitely something starting to change. It's quite a very, very interesting sensation to feel what's going on. And then same leg, you're going to slide, turn the knee in, turn the knee out. So now there's fascia that's softening. Even Pilates moves fascia. You know, there's so much out there, but everything moves the fascia. And then coming back to pause, and then noticing the pelvis, sensing what's changed. My pelvis has aligned itself, so there's some really great movement there. Now from here, we're going to move on to the hands and knees for your basic cat. Just turning around, coming onto the knees, having the knees in a wide open position, arms wider than the collarbones, just finding your softness to the lower back. So remember, softness to the lower back. Just going to bring that top in. So we really want to be in a neutral, but be where you want to be. Watch that the ribs are not collapsing. That's what you want to try and prevent. So be where it's safe in your body. Then starting with the breath in, as you're breathing out, push through the shin bones. It gives you a real nice connection. And start to curl the lower back, middle back, upper back. Feel that the skin is gliding down your tail. Your tail is gliding down the lower back. And then lengthen to come out of it, breathing in. And then again, push through the shin bones and curling. Here you may want to shift the weight back a little bit more, but keep moving through the hands, opening up to the body, and then come forward this time to inhale. And again, so exhale as you're curling, so softness. I can already sense that the lower back is starting to enjoy this. So sensing that skin moving down your back. Exhale to release. One more to go, breathing in. And then exhale to come back to release that. Now working with the lower back, just turning one leg out. Here you want to sort of like get the arms organized, get the leg organized. You will notice that if you're bringing the leg forward or finding a different place, like yogi, so we really bring it forward. My hip doesn't like that. So I place the leg where my hip enjoys being. And then looking at the foot toes should be in line with the knees. I feel comfortable, I can feel that there's space in the hip. And then open up to that side, so breathing in to open. Exhaling to come down. And again, breathing in. Oh, it feels really good because you're sensing where you're moving from. So you're moving from your pelvis, and this hip that's open is spiraling. Just one more there, so 4 of those. And then exhale to come back to place the leg. With the knees wide, wag your tailbone, it's so nice just to get some movement. And then open up to the other side. So just organizing the hands and then organizing the legs. So breathing in and exhale. Last one there, so sensing the pelvis and that hip. And then exhale to come back to pause. Bring the legs in. Now, my wrists are very sensitive, so I come off them just to give them a release and just shake them a little bit there. Very, very sensitive wrists. And as I seem to get older, I feel a lot more tension in them. So coming up again, now this time bringing your knees together with the hands again in line with your shoulders. So the width is what we're looking for. Pelvis, you're going to start by sending one leg out. Flex through the foot. At the same time, glide your tailbone down so there's some length through the lower back. Then start to step that leg around and look around your shoulder towards the heel. So you're getting a real deep stretch to the side body. And then coming back to release that. And then stepping the other leg out, soften the tail, and then step it around to look around. Now I can sense that my one side is a lot more tense. There's a lot more tension sitting there. Feels a little uncomfortable, and then coming back. But sometimes the second time round, soften the tail, There's a change of shape. So here the fascia is starting to change shape. So again, sliding the leg out, soften the tail, step the leg around, look around your shoulder, and already I feel there's a huge difference in the stretch. So the fascia is starting to change shape. And then coming back, open the knees and then resting back. Just pausing it there. Take a few breaths in and out just to expand your ribs. Just taking it easy. And then if you're comfortable with that, coming up into sitting. And then we're going to move into a half roll back. So a half roll back is where we're going to bring the feet in front of us. Feet are going to be sit bone distance again. So sit bone distance or shoulder distance in this position. I like to start with your hands on the shins and lift the chest up to get some muscle groups to connect in the back there. So immediately from being here to coming up there, you can feel those back muscles are holding you there. Now you've got to try to stay up here. Then reach the arms forward, shoulders are relaxed. Breathe in as you're rolling back off your tailbone. So inhale as you're going back halfway. Exhale to come forward into a scoop. So come forward into a scoop. And again, so inhale to go back. Notice where the shoulders are sitting. Exhaling to come forward. Breathing in. Exhaling forward. Now if the back doesn't like this, you're only going to go halfway. Listen to what the body's telling you. The body tells you where it wants to be. I like to be here. Exhale. You know, some days I like to be here. And then exhale. Now placing the body into a position where you want to be. Shoulders are down. Really curling into the lower back. Breathing into one side. Exhale. Now we're taking the arms slightly over. We're trying to keep the knees more or less still here. Breathing in. Now stay on one side, breathe in. Exhale down, one. That's four, and up and round to the other side, one. Four, inhale to come back to center, and then this time roll back all the way. Whoa, that feels really good. So right, so coming into your half roll up, so some of us really need to look after the backside. So one leg up to tabletop, interlace the fingers behind the knees. Here we want a bit of contrast. We want to push against the thigh, hands against your thigh, so there's a push and a pull at the same time. Nodding your chin to your chest and sending the legs away. So sending the leg away and then reaching up and over, so scooping over. Now we want to sort of like stay behind the sit bones to get a stretch in the lower back. Some of us are really flexible and love to be on that side, but try to challenge yourself by connecting. And then as you're going back down, you can either bring the leg back up or slowly release back down. Now other side, so resist against the thigh, chin to chest, and then sending the leg away. Exhale to scoop forward, breathing in, shoulders are down, slowly rolling down. Now this time you can bring both knees up, so you have an option. There's a whole lot to play with here. So nodding the chin in, sending the legs away, and then coming into a forward fold. Breathing in, and then slowly rolling back. You can bend the knees in, and again, one more. And then send the legs away. You can flex the feet. And then exhale to come up to lengthen. Now, what you're going to do is just have the legs in an open position. So here we're just going to do a little bit of shaking of the legs. So the hands are going to be behind you, just shaking the legs out. Open the feet, and again just rolling the legs in and out. Even just noticing how the one leg moves. So even with this rotation, I feel my one side is a little bit more stuck. So there is something that's stuck in my right hip that I'm noticing. And by moving more and more, it's starting to change the shape of the fascia again. So I think what I'm going to do from here is going to a side stretch. So from there, just opening up the legs, bringing your one leg. So if you've got bad knees, have your foot in this position. The leg is a bit more forward. The heel is just past your sit bone, but you're on both your sitting bones. The other leg is important because you want the flex in the foot, but you want the knee to face up. Some of us have very weak muscles on the inside, so it's very easy to hang out. So encourage yourself to pull the knee up, then placing the opposite, so you're going to place the opposite hand under your ankle, and then just doing a side stretch there, reaching over. There's a real lot of space you're trying to find there, you're trying to create some space and unglue the ribs here. And then coming back up, and again exhale over. Last one. Oh, that feels good. So now placing the other leg, turn the other one out, so making sure that the alignment of your one leg is up. So the knee must face up, toes facing up, foot is in line or just past your hip bone. Opposite hand goes under the heel and then reaching up and over. So just taking a breath in, exhale to release. So bringing a lot of modalities into our workout today. And then coming back to release that. Now let's come back onto the hands and knees. And what I'm looking for is trying to get some movement through my shoulders. My shoulders are feeling a bit stiff. So coming down on the elbows with the palms facing up. Arms can be wide, knees can be wide. And just start by shifting forward and back on your elbows. And then you can start to move a little around the arms, so circle a little bit around the arms. Do about 4, which is a good number to work with. And changing that direction. Last one. And then coming back onto the hands and knees. Now I'm looking for a bit of a spiral. So what I'm going to do is bring my knees in line with my hips. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the right leg out. And left arm is going to reach up. And then exhale, you're going to spiral under that arm. Soften the elbow to come under. So you're sort of resting on the head. My wrists don't like it, so I turn my hand slightly. Again, breathe in. And exhaling. Do 2 more. Last one there, breathe in. And then coming back to place the leg. So starting with the other side, so breathing in. And exhale. Remember to soften the elbow to come down. Breathing in to open. Try not to force the arm behind your chest as you reach to 90 degrees. Try to bring it to 90 degrees. Try not to force that arm behind you. And if you're there, you're there. Work with what your body is capable of doing. You cannot force the structure. And then exhale to come back. And then coming back to place the leg. Good. So sitting back, resting back for a moment there. And just taking a pause. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now coming onto the tummy. So let's just make sure that it's going to be a full range of motion. So we've got 3-dimensional movements happening here. We're going to have the arms just out into a T. Remember, tight shoulders don't like this. Shoulders, arms a little bit lower than shoulder height. Then from there, legs are wide, soft chin, and then breathing in to lift just a little. Come up to where you're feeling comfortable. Try not to force. Come up to where you're comfortable. And then exhale, releasing. Breathing in. Now these are probably one of the most important exercises because of their little bit of extension. We're sitting all day in flexion, so we're sitting all day with a tilted pelvis. Not good. And again, breathing in. We need to move into extensions more. Now again, stay up and you can hold it. You can bend the arms in, and then exhale, you can release back down. And then we're going to sit back, rest back, give the back and lower back a nice stretch. And then come into standing when you're ready. And then come to stand with the feet in a wide position, knees are soft, floating both arms up, and just releasing. 1, 2, 3, and open. And 3, and expand. 3, and expand. Last one there. 1, 2, 3, and expand and pause. And then slowly coming down to release. Good. So just taking care of yourself, very easy class today, and enjoy.